fellow farmers. Welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. Standing in front of the Steiger case tractor, we gotta unhook our seeder, the 1870 John Deere, because I gotta hook up the planter to it. So unhook the hoses, attach that. Let's go grab the planter. Is right where I left it last season because, yep, I was lazy during the winter, did not move everything around. We can see that our lovely little, what did we plant here? Oats. Did I plant oats here? Or did I plant wheat? I already forgot what I planted here. It is wheat. We planted wheat. But anyway, say we're going to plant the cornfield. The cornfield should be ready to go because the ground temperature is now above 50. It has rained quite a bit the last, well, you saw at the end of the last episode, it was raining. It rained out off and on all day that day, the rest of that day, and yesterday as well. So I think we're on like the 4th day of spring, or 5th day of spring. Alright, so 5th day of spring before the ground temperature got above 50. I'm not even close enough to hook up to that. I guess that's close enough. And we got some hoses. How much corn do I got in there? Not much. Let's go fill it up because, well, I'm going to need it. Probably have to fill up a couple times. So that's the only downside about this planter. It doesn't really hold that much seed, but it is what it is. Like I said, we'll probably buy a chaser so we can fill it up when we're in the field. But right now our field's not that far at all. So let's go ahead and open those. Open. Do I have to open these to fill it? Is the question. That is the question. Trying to open up the covers, but can I open the covers? There they go. Alright, and now where's the trigger to fill it up? There we go. Oh, way in the back, and I got too close. Am I so close enough? Nope, not enough. There we go. You just gotta get the back end around there. Yeah, fill up with some seed. Some corn seed would be good. So we're gonna plant this field, obviously, because that's what I said we're gonna do. And then the Deutz-Fahr is ready to rock and roll with a trailer full of manure. Close up those covers there. All right, I really don't need a HUD anymore. Let's go ahead and unfold this thing. I don't know the model of this planter yet. DB90? Is that the model? I suppose. Oh, the cows are being fed, which is good. Still only got the 2 males. One is kind of ready to be sold. I do have traffic turned off still, so not too much to worry about there. This thing takes a while to unfold, as you can see. Now I do have a hitch at the back of this thing, which could allow me in the future, if I wanted to, hook up the fertilizer, slurry spreader. Get 2 jobs done at once. But right now, it's not what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and lower that. I hope it's lowering. Don't see anything going on there. Alright, I think we are ready to go. And now we got ourselves a cornfield. After we get done with this, we're going to go back over to our wheat field that we planted last episode. It needs fertilizer, and it kind of needs a little bit of lime. Right now it just says it's okay. And I got all those containers of lime sitting there, so I think we're going to go ahead, empty the Breedle. The Breedle, I'm pretty sure, has got a full tank of fertilizer in it. But we're going to go ahead and empty that on out, dump those on the ground for now, and fill up with the lime that I got, and just start spreading it on the field also. Oh, this is not going to take long at all to plant this field. Not at all. We do have also over 200,000 liters of milk. I'm looking to sell that. Right now the price is going up, so we'll see what it is by the end of this episode. And yeah, the cash would be kind of good. It's feeling really nice to not have to do a lot of off-camera work now in Griffin, Indiana, doing all those contracts. Just sitting here, it just came to me, just looking at all these fields, I'm like, there's a lot of fields here that are ready for harvest, it looks like. But we're not doing them. No, now we're going to try to just supply our own demand that we need. The one thing I'm definitely going to need a lot more of, and that's going to be straw. So definitely buying another field this season is going to be kind of a priority as well, for the reason of, well, I'm going to need more straw. I'm going to need more straw. The cows are already using 1 bale every 2 days at least for bedding, and we're only at 120 cattle, somewhere around there. So yep. And I'm going to have to put down a big barn area at some point, because if I get when I do get up to 2,000 cattle, hopefully we do before FS22 comes out, yeah, we're going to definitely need a lot of straw, a lot of, well, maybe not a lot of hay, but a decent amount of hay. So I'm going to have to find a decent place to pull that stuff down. That little barn that we got now, not quite doing it. The one thing I thought about doing, I have that hide anything mod. I don't know if I hide something, can I build where it was? Kind of an interesting little thought there, but we'll see, because I'm thinking about, like, kind of deleting that barn that's there, because I can't sell it. Even though I own the property, that's a barn I can't sell. But maybe I could hide it and then maybe put down a couple of big sheds in that area, one for straw, one for hay. So not going through as much corn seed as I thought we would. I am really looking forward to actually buying something, though. It's been a while since we've bought something. Seems weird to say that, but it has been. So I don't know if I want to buy the Vulture tractor, or just save up some cash and maybe buy one of these fields. You know, I probably actually could, you know, if I sell the milk today, like I said, we got 200,000 liters. And if it goes for a really good price, we could have almost, maybe just shy of $500,000 in our bank account. So maybe buy a field. The fields in that price range, though, are going to be across that bridge. So that may be something. Do I really want to have to keep crossing that bridge? Although I did put that crossover bridge in that ravine down not long ago, and that's still there, so I could always use that. We'll see. We'll see what the end of the day brings us. But right now, just let's get our fields planted here. This is a big planter. Just take your time backing up with articulated tractor. At least I have to. There we go. Just a few passes. We're going to be done here. Which is fine by me. So like I said previously, but it's been a while, so I'll refresh your memory and mine as well as I go along. When it comes time to do silage on this field, we're going to chaff it before it's ready for harvest. And I'll see how much we get, and when I get to the amount of silage I think we need, and maybe it's a little bit extra, we'll probably just leave the field as is and wait for it ready to turn for harvest. And then harvest the corn and sell the crop for some profit. Because I would like to turn this field around as quickly as I can and get soybean into it, but we'll see how it goes. It's asking quite a lot of a cornfield, because I will definitely plow the field before I put soybean into it. Because with corn, you're going to have to plow the field afterwards. And this Steiger, just using it for planting, has done wonderful. Originally, like I said, I was going to go for the big bud, but I've used the big bud before. And if you're looking for some action on that, I think that was on Hazard County. Should be a playlist marked up for that, and that was last season that I did that. About a year ago. I think that was the first map I did Seasons on when Seasons came out. That's a nice big map for you. And I thought it was going to take long to build up that farm, but the thing with big fields is once you start harvesting them and start selling, you have a lot of crop, and yeah, we made money in no time. I think that's the only series I played normal mode on. I think all the other series I played in FS19 have been on hard mode. I don't think I'll ever play a series on easy mode because that would just... I'd have so much money so quick. So this field will be lime, so this field should be good for pH. Probably not so good at nitrogen yet, but we're going to take care of that in a few days' time. And we're going to use as much cow manure as we can because the cows are making a lot of manure. And I'm thinking probably in the future, I know using the Ford and the bucket loader at first is fun and it shows something different, but I can see after a while I'll probably get a conveyor belt to start loading that thing up because yep, it's going to take up a lot of time here. Can I finish the rest of the field with the amount of seed that I have? I'm going to say no. And I'm going to have to fill it up again at some point anyway, so I might as well go over and just fill up now. So this is where a seed chaser... I am wondering though. I was waiting for that thing to fold up. It might be folding up, I'm not too sure. On these John Deere, sometimes they take a while. So like an auger wagon, that holds 8,000 liters, which is more than enough. That holds 19. Can I change the paint on that? No, I cannot. Do I have any mods for this? I mean, I don't need something that holds extreme amount here. I'm not liking the looks of that one too much. But then we get up to... I'll think about it. Oh, she did fold up. Alright. Alright, let me go around the farm like I should. And at some point here, once... watch out for that telephone pole. Yep, got around it. I may start doing some more landscaping around here. Like I said, now that the contract stuff and loan is all over, the money's going to start coming in a little bit faster and faster because I also don't need to buy that much more. So I'll probably start doing some more landscaping around here. Do I actually have to open up containers to fill it? Yes, you do. Alright, get back to work. It's kind of weird that I bought property with a sell point on it. Right, that tanker right there is a sell slurry in. This seems kind of weird. Alright, so I'll give this a few minutes to unfold. Couple passes will be done, then we'll go grab the Deutzfire and start spreading some manure down on our wheat field. While it's unfolding, let me go into here and into precision farming. I mean, it's right in the middle. So, I mean, it's not too bad. It does say it's okay, but I got all that lime sitting there. Let's go see if I can just use it on up. I mean, I guess that in the future I could also buy another Breedle spreader. One for lime, one for fertilizer. That way I always don't have the bags hanging around everywhere. I probably could get this done in one pass, but it's going to be kind of snug, so there's no really point of trying to do it one pass because I got to come back this direction anyways to get back to the farm. So I'll just go ahead and make sure I get everything covered. But the 5th day of spring before I got the corn in, so I mean, technically it says I can plant corn by the 3rd day of spring, but the ground temperature needs to be at 50, and we weren't at 50 until today. So it might be a late harvest. We'll have to see how it goes. And then the question is, can I plant soybean in and harvest it this year? I think so, because the harvest season in Griffin, Indiana on the GO that we're using, I think the harvesting season goes till the 2nd day of winter. And the winters have not been harsh, so I'm not expecting a cold freeze before maybe it's ready for harvest. We'll just try it and see how it goes, I guess. And if I only get, you know, one harvest on a cornfield per season, I don't get the soybeans in, it's not the end-all be-all. And last pass here. If I used GPS, I probably could have gotten it done without having this little strip here. I haven't been able to watch too much of the Farm Sim 22 news that's been coming out, but I think I'm kind of hearing some noises about how the workers are going to work in 22. So that's going to be kind of different. A lot of new things are coming out in FS22. So I'm looking forward to it. The production line I'm kind of interested in. I mean, it's not new to the game because we've been using it as mods, production lines. But I'll be interested to see how Giants approaches it. I hope it's actually a thing to you actually have to purchase the production building before you can go ahead and do it. But I think I was seeing something on, I did see one of the videos on the production line where you can make cake. So you have to bring like wheat, well you have to bring cereal grain to make flour. You got to have chickens to bring eggs to it, and then cows for milk. Then you may actually have to bring some of the milk to a dairy so you can make cheese. Kind of an interesting thing that they did. There was a nice mod in 15 that I used, and there was a lot of productions there. We could make vodka. You know, I think we can make orange juice from the orange trees that we had, apple juice, vodka, sugar, whole bunch of stuff. I am liking this John Deere set. Well, it's not a set, but it is on the Giants mod hub. The planter, the drill, and the seed tanker are all separate mods, but from the same mod author. And I wish I had his name right now, but I mentioned it when I bought him episodes ago. But great mods. Loving them. Just got to get used to that when you fold and unfold them, raise and lower them, it does take a second, like it probably would in real life. Probably shouldn't be driving forward as it's trying to fold in. There we go. Now the bar is raising up. There we go. And our cornfield is planted. Now let's go ahead and take care of our wheat field before the crops grow. Well, they did grow, but let's take care of them before they grow any taller. And I'll damage them because I do not have anything that has narrow tires on it. I'm going to bring this around to where our pressure washer is. Yeah, speaking of FS15, there was also another good mod I used in that one. It was like a car wash, but it was a car wash for tractors. Could get a, you know, sometimes it was a little expensive. Washing something like this may have cost like $1,500 bucks. But let's get our Steiger 50-year edition case tractor looking nice. And might as well wash off our planter because our planter is now done until next season. I used it for a whole 5 minutes. Now it's done. Pressure washer hose can only go so far. I know there's a modded one out there that it's just a wand, and the mod describes it as it takes the moisture from the air to pressure wash. It's an interesting mod, but that's not my type of mod. Okay, I just teleported right to it. While I'm here, let me just check to make sure the animals, the cows are doing well. I haven't cleaned them out today, but they got the water, they got straw, they got TMR. We're up to 118 cows now. Like I said, I'm going to wait until late fall, early winter before I decide on if we're going to buy more cows or not. Probably will. You know, this thing could use, the Deutz-Fahr could use a little bit of repair and some diesel fuel. So let's go ahead and do that because I'm going to be using it quite a bit still this season. That should be in the trigger. And repair only $2,000. Owie. So it doesn't detach. Maybe it only detaches. I thought it used to detach the equipment when you used to repair it. Yep, then give me some diesel fuel, please. So the subsoiler we'll be using this season. Kind of misusing that, which sounds weird. Plowing is usually not one of the best jobs to do, but with the subsoiler, I think plowing was never one of my favorite jobs to do in Farming Simulator because when I first started playing in 13, I didn't know much about mods and all that, so I was just using the base game stuff and using those smaller plows. It took forever to plow a field, but now with the subsoilers and learning about mods, going at faster speeds, kind of enjoy it a little bit more. I'm just trying to think of a way of how to get the cow manure down here a little bit easier. Not that I'm going that far, but it's going to take a few trips for sure. Now the cow manure, as we learned on the grass field, is not going to fully satisfy the field. At least I don't think it's going to. Let me scroll on back here so I get a better view of what's going on. But it's free. Free fertilizer. And it should have the automatic application rate on. I'm really not going through that much fertilizer. The thing is, I just realized I don't think I can fertilize a field now again until the crops grow. I wonder if the Voltra will be capable of having narrow tires on it. It's a medium-sized tractor. It should be able to. Because usually I like to go in for, if you watch my videos long enough here, every time I buy a tractor, it always seems to be wide tires with weights. Don't know why. I just like the looks of it. But row crop tires is something I'm probably going to need. Because I got, now after fertilizing a field, you got to wait until the crops grow again before you can fertilize it again. Unless that's changed with the seasons and precision farming mod, I'm not too sure. But after we finish spreading the fertilizer down here, I am going to jump on out and see what the field info page says about the fertilizing stage. I wonder if that straw bale is still here. I haven't really paid any attention coming down here. Nope, that straw bale finally disintegrated. Was sitting here somewhere. Alright, so I'm actually getting along further than I thought it would with one trailer of manure. Which is good for work, but kind of bad thinking how much manure I got left up at the cow barn. Alright, let me just get on out here and... So yeah, it's definitely bad here. You can see the pH level is okay, but it's bad. We go back here. So now the nitrogen level is considered okay. So it's not perfect, but it's okay. So yeah, using this again, these tires would give me crop damage. So I don't think using cow manure again would be wise, because I'm going to have a whole bunch of damage. Alright, time to go back up and get some more manure. So I guess next time I'll have to remind myself if I just want to use cow manure as fertilizer, which we're going to do with the cornfield today as well, is fertilize it after you seed it. And then when the crop grows to the first growth stage, I can get back there in the field with the spreader, and it won't be that much of an issue. Now, usually from what I heard, you don't want to spread fertilizer right after you plant, because the fertilizer could burn the seed. Not sure if that's true or not, but I think it kind of is. But as you can see, just with 100 and some odd cows, they're making plenty of manure. So I may get into a process where we're going to have to sell cow manure once in a while. And that's where probably a conveyor belt would be coming real handy. Yep, those lime these limes are going to go bye-bye here shortly. Yeah, so when I buy the Voltra, I have to make sure it can take narrow tires, which I'm sure it should. But sometimes you should never assume anything. Well, I came over to the cornfield to put down fertilizer, and I kind of forgot. Last year there were soybeans in the field, and we fertilized it for contracts. And if I go over to the nitrogen level, we're at 200. So that's maxed out. The wheat field is done. I brought you over here. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's start doing this. I'm like, why does that keep shutting off for? It's because nitrogen level is already maxed out over here. But our wheat field has got one stage of cow manure onto it. I guess that's good news. Now I'll just have to wait for it to grow. I'm going to just drop off this trailer right here. This needs to go back up to the other farm, but what we're going to do now... Nope, I don't need that meter. We're going to unhook the manure spreader. Nope. There we go, there we go, there we go. Perfect. Hopefully there's not much fertilizer in this thing, because if there's a lot of fertilizer in it, I'm going to get a lot of bags of fertilizer. And it's just about extremely full. That's the way it goes. Do I have to undo the cover? May as well make it look more correct. And then it's control. Oh, wow. Yeah. Fertilizer bags everywhere. Yeah, when I get enough cash, I'll probably buy a second Breedle. And that way I'll just have one for lime, one for fertilizer. Now I got to go ahead and fill all these up. Or take all these out. I don't know how much I'm going to use when I get to the field. There we go. Nice and, well, not quite full, but good enough. Actually, I'm wondering, because sometimes, I don't want to say the game gets confused, but if I put lime down, I might be able to put fertilizer right back on top of it. Sounds weird, I know, but sometimes the game works like that. Okay, let's see how much fertilizer. How much lime I go through. Like I said, the pH value is not that bad on this field. It's okay, so it's not going to go through that much. But we'll take care of it to get it perfect. May as well. It's our field. So now that I don't have to spread manure down on the cornfield, I just got to go ahead and take care of this field here, which is, you know, just finish off spreading off the lime, and then put some more cow manure down on it. And then, as for our fields go, it's just waiting for harvest time. Yeah, when I was finishing spreading manure down this field, I think I'm going to wait until I can afford field number 29, which is a field right over there. And I think that's 800 grand. So, hopefully by the end of the year, we can afford that. It's kind of weird because I'm kind of, in my head, I'm used to how much money the farm was making. But that was me doing all the contracts. Now that I'm not going to do any more contracts. Yeah, I don't know if I can afford that this year because I do have to buy, like I said, the Volta tractor, the forage harvester, and header. So there's like pretty close to $500,000 worth of equipment right there. So in order to be able to afford a field that's $800,000, may not be able to do that. So hopefully we get enough straw off this field here. That'll satisfy our cows. Oh, the only thing we do have to... I keep thinking about these fields here, but we do have our grass field that we'll harvest in the summer and make some more hay bales. Got to keep the cows happy. Try to get their... I don't know. Is it possible to get their health up to 100%? Because... it seems like I maxed out at 98, and then during the winter I kind of slipped on giving them straw for half a day, and their health dropped down to like 90 really quick. I think getting it to 100% might be kind of difficult. I did check on the milk prices as well, because the milk prices was going up, and like I said, we got like 200,000 liters of milk to sell. So I guess all depends on how much milk the cows make this year. It'd be depending on if we can buy that field or not. And still, we only got 2 male cows so far out of all the reproduction that's been going on in that barn. But it just feels really good just to work on my own fields now. So I'll probably have to fill this up one more time, which means when I go to unload it, I'll have a whole bunch more lime sitting everywhere. But these aren't that expensive. I think these are like 80 grand for something like this. And I'll paint the other one. I've always done this when I buy 2 bridle spreaders. I'll leave one. Sometimes I'll paint one white for fertilizer, and I'll paint the other one in like, well, lime is white when you spread it. So what do? I paint it green. Because I think when I think of lime, sometimes I think of the lime fruit. Yep, we're going to have to fill this up with some more lime. Definitely not going to make it to where I can finish off this field. But I'm going to be kind of curious though, can I, after putting lime down, is it going to let me like refertilize it right away? Well, since we're at this corner of the field, might as well go ahead. Is lime in this one? Nope. It is in this one. So I know it's liquid fertilizer, but... So this is this fertilizer itself. And this is seed, lime, and herbicide. Okay. Luckily, lime does not cost that much. I have noticed that on some modern maps, the map author is putting down lime stations where you don't have to pay for lime at all. It's not like lime is that expensive. I guess, well, it all depends on what you're using. I'm using Alien Jim's seed huts and fertilizing huts, so maybe it's a reduced rate, which I think it is a little bit. So, I mean, we just bought 18,000 liters of lime for under 3 grand, so it's not that expensive, considering. In farming world, that is not much cash at all. Going to have plenty of lime left over to just ditch on the side of the field over here. So yeah, at some point I will get another bridle spreader, so that way I don't have to have these things just piling up everywhere. But right now I'll probably just leave the lime in it, because I don't need to fertilize nothing as of yet. I know I said I was thinking about selling milk today, but I think I'm going to hold off and do that like next episode. Next episode definitely going to be well, I'd say definitely, yeah, I guess so. We'll be in the grass field making some hay. Probably sell the milk first, so that way we can go buy our Volta tractor. But there's a couple things I still want to try out here because I'm curious. I'm going to drop off the bridle spreader right here. Hoses, PTO, detach. Now I'm just curious, because now I got lime on top of fertilizer. Is the game going to see that I just put the fertilizer down on this growth stage, or is it going to accept it? Nope, we have to unfold it first. And it looks like it will take it. Now the question is it registering on the precision farming? That is a thing here. So before I go use too much of it, let me just go ahead and park this here. If I go to precision farming, yep, that will work. So I'll do this field off cam. You see me spread manure enough lately, I think. But I'll take care of that off cam. Won't take me too long. The other thing I want to check on out is let's go in here to the Voltra. I think it's a medium tractor. Where? Oh, right here. The T-Series Voltra. Wheel setup. You will take narrow tires. Looks kind of weird with the narrow tires on it, but hey, if I need to do it, I need to do it. But I'm not going to need to do it because we can see I can spread the manure on this field already. So, do I want to buy... Do I have the money? I think I'm just short the money for what I usually get. If I just get wide tires and weights, that saves me 1,000. Hang on a second. Can we do it here? I don't want GPS. Engine, I want the 250. It cost me $20,000 more. Front load attacher. Now the Ford's going to do all that, so I don't need that. Yeah, I'm up to 197 before I even... So I'm a little short in the cash, but that's why we're going to sell the milk next episode. Because what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to use the Voltra when we're windrowing the grass with the Deutz-Fire. We'll have the Voltra behind us baling the hay bales up. At least that'll be the plan. But I'm going to take care of the rest of this field. Get it all fertilized. That way these fields are ready to go. If I walk over to here now, it should say perfect and perfect. Perfect. Literally perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and spread these on down. As for the cows, like I said, 118. Yeah, I kind of quit going through to see which ones were pregnant, which ones are not. Yeah, I just got a whole bunch here. Like I said, I got a couple males. I got one male that's ready for sale. But I might as well just wait until I get a couple more, maybe. Or when I go down to buy cows, I'll load them up and bring them on down. He's like at 1,200 some odd pounds somewhere. Actually, he's at 1,513 pounds. He's getting to be a big, heavy dude. A big, heavy dude. But our fields are looking good. It's mid-spring. But by next episode, like I said, now the years are going to go by a little bit quicker. It'll be midsummer-ish. Whenever the grass field is ready for harvest, we'll make some hay bales. Buy ourselves another tractor. And hopefully also have enough to buy a forage harvester, I think. I got to think about that first because it'll be midsummer. I'll see how the cash looks at that point. Oh, do you know what I kind of forgot, though? I also got soybeans. I got a whole bunch of soybeans I need to sell. Is it just soybeans left? The price right now is at 1,000. I forgot all about the soybeans. When is soybeans? I think it's middle of summer. So that'll help us out quite a bit. As you can see, the price can get up to around 1,200. Right now it's at 1,000. So I better wait because we do have 154,000 liters of soybeans. So that's pretty close to 200 grand right there. That's pretty close to 200 grand. I'll have to check in between episodes just to make sure I got enough cash to do the Voltra and the forage harvester. Forage harvester is more important. That's for our silage. Because I get rid of that silage that we have because that silage is old. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.